to the pond on this hill. Hopefully it'll make it out. I haven't had it back up this far yet. That's my only way out, so if it gets stuck right there, I can't get out. And I don't have the mats. I have to push a tree down to get out. I won't overload it. It should pull out of there though. It's somewhat dry. Somewhat. Sure does make this place look a lot nicer just cleaning up all the crap that I piled up on the edges here. Makes the pond look bigger. Gonna give it a nice look. Probably enough. Well, that worked. Well, back up here at the pond job today. And it's probably been 5 or 6 weeks since we've been up here, or since I've been up here. And we're gonna go start hauling all that debris that I cleared out of the bottom of the pond up here and see if we can make some more progress. Yeah, she's been sitting here a little while. I think the pond is filled up. They had like 4.5 inches of rain last week. Well, let's get her started up, go down here and do a little clearing. Loading. That's what I love about this machine. No matter how long it sits, it starts right up, ready to go. So it appears that the big rain they had last week actually filled the entire pond up, because you can tell where the water level was all the way right here. So in return, it's made this pretty wet. I've got to scratch all this out. I might actually scratch it down and kind of help raise the road up. I think that's what I want to do. Let me cut this mud out and I'll pull some of this better dirt down here, because I got to get the haul truck down here and use this for my path to start getting all that debris out. Oh, it's a little wet. Dig this out and I'll pull some of that drier stuff down and fill this in. Now this was pretty stable. It was. Rake the mud out and set it over here to the side, and then pull some of that drier dirt down here. And I've got to put some logs in that creek. Maybe the water will kind of go through them. We'll put some brush over top of it and then some dirt. And maybe it'll just kind of seep through there. Act as a culvert pipe, since I don't have a culvert pipe. so wet. Maybe it'll just kind of plow some ruts in the ground and be alright. I'm going to cut this upper side down some so that the truck's actually leaning towards the bank. That'll kind of help it not slide so bad out into the pond, maybe. If I did that, the haul truck's probably not going to fare much better. Cut a tire groove right here, and hopefully he'll stay to this side. If not, I'll have to undercut this out, and we'll have to haul some good dirt down here and build a path. I think it'll be alright though, maybe. And some logs. I'll put all these in here and then stack some brush over top of it and then dirt. That creek should kind of just flow through the seams there for now. Everything is really starting to groom back up. It doesn't take long. That's some good dirt down there for grass to start growing. So we're going to go up here and start loading out everything that I cleared and piled up along the edge, taking it up there to one of those big borrow pits and dumping it out up there. So I'm going to go down here and start getting all the I guess the stuff that won't burn, and then we'll come back down here and I've got some piles separated out of stuff that will burn, and I'll load that out separate. The little creek channel, it looked like it turned out well. It's got some grass growing back around it. Except they had about 4 inches of rain. You can tell where it was all flooded and underwater. I'll have to walk up there and check it out before I leave. Well, the first load made it out. Getting this stuff loaded up. We'll walk up here and check out the creek channel. You can tell some serious water come down through here. But I think the pond starts like right here, so all this is going to be underwater anyways. But it was rolling. Looked like it just kind of did what it was supposed to do, and this acted as a floodplain and just kind of spread around. Little minor erosion, but That's what creeks do. They move and shift. Might come up here and dig that out a little bit though. A lot of stuff to load out. Alright, second load. The first one made it out. Guess I'd put a little more on there now. I didn't fill the first one up so much. I wanted to make sure he could make it through the creek there. The grass is about all turned to mush. It's just mostly mud and roots and logs and junk. Take those up there to the burn pile. Try to put the butt ends of the logs in there first and they'll hopefully stay in there. Even though you gotta go up the hill. Track all the way up there and clean it up. How about this stump? side. Grab some of this smaller stuff. So everything's starting to clean up pretty nice. Just getting all these brush piles out, cleaning everything up, making it look better, and loading out the brush that'll burn and the old mess that I scraped out the bottom, and taking that up there to the borrowed pit. And then my next step is going to be, we've got to come up here and check out the depth, see kind of where the water level is at. Might have to do a little dredging up there. And then they want to restore this shoreline back where the previous person run the dozer down here and notched all this out and screwed up the hillside. So I'm going to figure out kind of what needs to be done up here first before I take all this dirt and lay it back against this shoreline, because once I do that, it's going to kind of cut our access off to up here again. the last load from this section right there. Going out. About 3/4 of a load. Path is holding up. Not the best in the world, but it's holding up. I ended up having to put the 2 mats in there long ways, and that's kind of helped hold it until you just drove off of them, or the end of them. But this whole edge here is now all cleaned up and hauled off, so all that's left to do now is take this dirt and tie it back into the hillside and blade it off and get it tracked in. I'm actually come over here now to the other side of the little crossing bridge that they put in. I'm gonna haul off this load of logs and then go ahead and start loading out this pile of mud and junk that I dug out from there. So loading out all this mud and mess that I piled up. Last time I was up here, that actually cut out of the lower section of the pond down here by the dam. I had to transfer all that back. It's pretty deep out there in mud still. So I laid it up here beside this road, so I knew that the truck could sit up here and I could just sit on top of the, I didn't know if I was going to be able to sit on top of the mud, but it's dried out enough where I could do so. And just load it out like so. And all this is going up there to that field where all the other buku's amount of mud has been dumped out. They got another guy over there with a dozer working on grading that out, which is fine because we haven't had time to mess with any of that. We're really just trying to get focused on getting this pond done since nobody else can handle it, and just let everybody else deal with the finished work. And I'm fine with that. I'd like to see this pond done myself. It's been an ongoing project. take the road out halfway across. Makes no sense to me, but that's what they did, and that's the mess they left me to deal with. I think he slid off the mat. Here. Oh, it was dragging the mat. Alright, time to redo the road. So I just took all the mats out, and I've gotten everything loaded out that was right here. It's kind of hard to see with the glare on the window, but I'm going to actually go down there in the lower section of the pond here by the dam and finish transferring all of that vegetation mess over here to the bank so it can be loaded out and or dry a little bit tonight. So that's what I'm going to work on this afternoon. Get down here and get all that piled up and laid back this way. A little squishy out here. Oh, what do we have here? Go around this. I think it's another good old hole somebody's ran. Yep. Another nice random hole somebody's dug. I'm just trying to get all the vegetation off. I'm not going to dig it any deeper. It's deep enough. It's probably 7 feet here at least when it's full. So I need to take my mats and go that way a little bit, because I don't know if I can do much with that right there, and I'm starting to slide off of them, so that's a little bit of a problem. Let's go in this direction. Out so that it's not sticking out of the water or close to the surface when the pond fills up. dirt right here. It looked like when they dug that, they threw it out to the pond instead of hauling it off or whatever. Just quit trying to figure out their game plan a long time ago. I don't think there was a very good game plan. Definitely filled up. You can see the mud ring around here. I'll have to get a video behind the dam there where I haven't been back there, but I have a feeling that they said that pipe going under the road is a 48 inch was completely full and it'll come within like a foot of going over the pond dam up there on the minnow pond, so I'm sure that 60 inch pipe was gushing out. I'll have to go down there and see if it washed a big hole out or what happened back there, because it poured out like 5 feet above grade. See what happened with that. Alright, I'm going to keep on raking this stuff out and get this mess cleaned up. Coming out here after the last bit, getting a little sketchy because I'm in between two areas that he's dug down like 6 feet deep, and I'm trying not to slide off into that because it's about 6 feet deep. I'll actually scooch this way. Let me get that mat a little bit closer. I want to have a one-shot deal to come in here. How deep is this? About 4.5. Take a mat and just kind of scrape this stuff back and get back here, because this is not some good ground to be working on. See if I can at least get this log right here. Where'd it go? Come on, get back here. Got it. Take that and mash that down right here. That'll kind of give me a little more support on the way back through. I mean, it's just the darndest thing you've ever seen digging. I mean, look how deep that is. It's just a straight down drop. into like 6 feet deep. It's like, let's just dig here, let's dig over here, not dig out here. Cut all our access off. Yeah, good stuff. Production grading now. This only works for grass. It doesn't work if there's trees. It won't get them up. Just mash them down in the mud or what, do something. To fix that slope back too, where he's just chomped straight down at it and destroyed it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't even get over there because he's dug it out so deep. Might just have to pack some dirt in there. I mean, most of it's going to be underwater, so I guess that's one positive. So I feel pretty good about that. I'll just keep on cleaning this mess up. So on the fun side now, up here where the house lot is, I cleared a little, well, I didn't clear, I just scraped the weeds off to make a little path down here. Hopefully the truck can back down the hill. I'm on the far side now trying to get all this mess out. They are very adamant about not taking any trees down, which does not leave a lot of room. That is extremely deep wet, muddy mess, so transferring all this across was kind of out of the question too. So I've gotten everything down there at the dam grubbed out, loaded out, hauled off, so all that's left is this side right here. So hopefully if I get this pile out, he can back down right here a little farther and I can just track the rest of those down here and load them out.